There's this really cool dude, okay? He's standing around being all chill, like cool dudes are known to do sometimes. A cool dude like this probably has a really cool name, but he probably won't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too busy for that, busy being totally sweet. But you could always try to guess his name, and if you were right, he might nod ever so slightly. That's a cool dude's way of letting you know there just might be hope for you yet. Your name is Dave. It is a unseasonably warm April day. Your bedroom window is open to let some air in, and your fan is cranked. Arguably, even more cranked would be your fly beats, which brings us to your variety of interest. A cool dude like you is sure to have plenty. You have a penchant for spinning out unbelievably ill jams with your turntables and mixing gear. You like to rave about bands no one's ever heard about. But you. You collect weird dead things preserved in various ways. You are an amateur photographer and operate your own makeshift darkroom. You maintain a number of ironically humorous blogs, websites, and social networking profiles. And if the inspiration strikes, you won't hesitate to drop some fat rhymes on a mofo and represent. What will you do? Quickly retrieve your arms from the cinder blocks. Nah. Dave, get the damn beta and save your friend's life. This notion strikes you as nonsensical. You can't imagine how a video game could save someone's life, and in any case, you're quite sure no one you know is in danger. Anyway, these are your copies of the beta you received in the mail recently. You've labeled them with your name in bold red print to distinguish them from your bro's copy, who labeled his in kind. Neither of you really give a shit about the game or have any intention of playing it, but you'll be damned if you let that get in the way of your campaign of one-upmanship. Dave, bleat like a goat and piss on your turntable. You would never consider allowing any fluid even remotely resembling urine to touch your beloved turntables. That would risk breaking them, and a world without the gift of your godly sciences doesn't sound like a place you want to be in. While you're at it, you might as well wipe out human civilization with a meteor or something ridiculous like that, which will probably never happen. That sort of thing only happens in stupid idiot movies for stupid idiots. He will, however, contemplate bleeding like a goat for ironically humorous purposes at a later date. Dave, examine the closet. This is your closet. This is where you keep a lot of your crap. Like that box. And that bottle of. What is that? Is that. Check the blue box. This is the package that your friend John Egbert sent you for your 13th birthday a little while ago. It now contains nothing except for a note and a certificate of authenticity vouching for the genuine Hollywood memorabilia which the box originally contained and which you are now wearing to be ironic, but also to be incredibly cool in a way somehow intangibly related to the ironic nature of the accessory. You find it sort of exasperating to explain these subtleties to people. The box also included a signed photo of Ben Stiller, which now proudly hangs above your closet. Proudly and ironically. Dave, take the box. You capture the box through your hash map fetch modus. Your modus's current hash function resolves the index by valuing each consonant at 2 and each vowel at 1. The total is divided by your number of cards, and the remainder is the index. Box equals 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. 5 divided by 10 equals 5. The box is cataloged in card 5. Dave, examine the jar of unknown yellow substance in the closet. You capture the juice into card 7. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 10 equals 7. In addition to letting your buddy know about this outstanding juice windfall, you figure you'll wish him a happy birthday while you're at it, in your own cool, sort of roundabout sort of way. Good thing you looked at that box he sent you, or you might have forgotten. You also might as well ask him about that beta. The kid's been harping about it for weeks. It would be cool if it came on his birthday. He'd be one happy camper. You open the Hephaestus web browser and direct it to an ironically maintained blog where you post monthly satirical reviews on GameBro magazine. Your latest post is a review of the March issue. You've been meaning to write a review for the latest issue too, but you've been sort of dogging it. Something about the game they're reviewing just doesn't strike you as right for satirical purposes. A new tab, you open another one of your sites, a webcomic, ironically maintained satirical cipher vaguely similar to that of your blog. It's called Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You have legions of devoted fans, most of whom are totally convinced of your creative persona's sincerity, which is just how you like it. You figure as long as you're chilling at the computer, you might as well see how the MSPA story is going. You haven't looked at it in a while. You were a member of a sinister gang called the Midnight Crew. Your nefarious plots are serpentine in complexity, your schemes convoluted. You were planning a heist in your underground hideout. What will you do? Spade Slick uses Occam's razor to carve a circular hole into the heist plans, freeing it from the knife. You wonder what moron would jam the knife so hard into the table in the first place. You push against the manhole cover, but it seems some unbelievable jackass has parked your getaway van on top of it. A familiar feeling stirs, that feeling of overwhelming, soul-blackening rage. It's the sort of rage that'll make a man feel totally justified to sporting an unnecessarily elaborate assortment of fancy blades. Dave, skip ahead 100 pages or so. You don't remember where you last left off, so you jump way ahead. You always forget to save your place in the story. It looks like tempers have become short in this pressure cooker already. You speculate that the tipping point might have been an ill-advised motion for a game of 52 pickup. Even though the adventure began recently, it's already over 3,000 pages long. You just don't have time for that bullshit. You'll catch up later. Besides, it looks like someone's pestering you. You're pretty sure you know who it is.
In some cultures, the persistent refusal of a lady's invitation to play game for her will be a sign of wanton disrespect. Either that or flagrant homosexuality.
What? Oh no. No, look, I'm busy, okay? I've got a lot of shit on my plate. I am sort of a big deal, okay?
I know. Sometimes I wonder how you are ever allowed to pay for meals in at restaurants. It must be hard to keep a low profile when you are always overhearing all voices whisper, "I who has a plot."
Seriously, dudes be worshipping me left and right. I can't hardly walk down the street without stepping over torsos of the prostate.
Navigating the urban landscape is, I'm sure, is difficult enough without an obstacle course of differential flesh and skyward access. Perhaps adapting the art of parkour to a unique environment would help.
Yeah, I mean, damn. There's there's this scruffy little shit at my feet, like an orphan or something I don't know. Face flush in the pavement. I'm like, dude, are you listening for a stampede or a buffalo or something? He braves a look at me and then gives my shoe a little kiss and then scurries the fuck off.
Heavy as a crown.
Yeah, not kicking Oliver Twist in the fucking face every day is my gift to the world.
Breathtaking magnanimity.
I just give and fucking give.
Indeed, gnarly drew tumbles from a wishbox of daily exploits, which I imagine does not sparkle.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're just lobbying for me to play that dumb game.
Baseless accusation.
Look, I am telling you, Egbert is all about that game. He will play it with you and probably be tickled stupid about it.
I know this very well. I cannot hasten his mail's delivery, however.
Yeah. I'll hassle him some more about it. And look how about this. If you ever find yourself in the position where your life depends on me playing some piece of shit game, then I'll play. Will that make you happy?
More than you know. It, it perfectly modifies my grief over the demise of chivalry.
Meanwhile, in the present, in a place where the present may be a concept of dubious merit, John is spaced out. But a vague and forceful thought jolts him to attention. Maybe it was that bumping sound coming from the other side of this door. What is that? A thick, unpleasant fluid pools from beneath the door. There is a trail of this fluid in the hall leading to your bedroom. You've had enough of the computer for a while. You feel like you've been messing around on it all week. It's time to get your jam on. You pull up to your trusty Akai MPC 1000 sampler and prepare to get sick nasty. Those beets were so sick they belong in the produce aisle. That's what you're talking about. Soccer moms be thumping that shit for ripeness like melons. Know what I'm saying? After beets that fresh, it would be a crime not to reward yourself with a celebratory swig. 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 divided by 10 equals 7. You can't do it. John's got you all twisted up inside now. All you can think about is Mandel's gross monster piss. Damn you, Egbert. Your kind of specibus is already allocated with the blade kind abstratus. There is no need to allocate it. You can wield your sweet ninja sword as a weapon once it's in your strafe deck, but you will have to capsulog it first before moving it there. The ninja sword, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 equals 17 divided by 10 equals 7 occupies the same card as the juice, 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7 divided by 10 equals 7. Expelling the juice from your Siladex, it splashes all over your turntables and your copies of the beta. Ugh. You head out to get a towel from the bathroom across the hall. You glance at one of the many radical puppets in your bro's collection and nod in approval. Is there anything not awesome about your bro? No. You think not. You enter the bathroom. There's a damp towel on the floor. You can probably use this for a crisis. You still have to pay a little respect to one of your bro's boys up there. Hey, little man, how's it hanging? You take the damp towel, expelling the box. Dave, search the bathroom for something slightly less damp. Nah, you just decided to wring this towel out into the toilet to make it less damp. It is now just a towel. 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8 divided by 10 equals 8. You take the towel and grab the box again while you're at it. You clean 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 8 up the juice with the towel and hang the damp beta envelopes on your line to dry off. In the breeze of the fan, the betas jostle near the open window. This arrangement is a little bit disconcerting. If they fall out, it sure would be a stupid way to lose them. This is easily averted. You can't imagine it'll ever resurface later in any way, shape, or form. That beta's as good as yours, forever. You should probably go pester Egbert again. You wonder if he found the beta yet. You might also chat about your respective Sylladices and fetch modi, if the topic happens to come up. You wonder if he's anywhere near as smooth with his Sylladex as you are. Probably not. It's probably not even humanly possible. Suddenly a rambunctious crow flies in the open window and snatches the beta, possibly to make a nest with or just for the sake of being a brainless feathery asshole. You yell at the bird. You accidentally launch your ninja sword. Everything goes flying out the window, dead bird and all. No one can ever know about this. You prepare to descend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe. A 20-foot tall granite statue of the mighty wizard Zazarpan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mystical gaze. To peer into those aloof, glassen eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joys of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch a skin of his merry twinkle or twitch of whiskers shall surely have all of his dreams fulfilled. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. There is nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them even more repellent than you do. She's just a committed woman. You descend to the living room area of your home's expansive open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it's become hardly audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You might as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed. Rose, view your mother's solid copper vacuum statue. Okay, but it's bronze, not copper. But it wasn't always. A while ago you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day. You even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her obliquous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much that she had bronzed it and put it on a pedestal. She even left it plugged in so it can be turned on every now and again, but never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night when you're in your room, you can hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged. It's too big to catalog. Not that you would want to move it anyways. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother gave you this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decided to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by it. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and probably never will. She would never be the one to blink first. U more than L, U less than V. You're gonna have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You guess you'll cross that bridge later. The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby. That would be a refrigerator, whose surfaces have customarily served as the battlefield for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upmanship. This was a drawing you did of your cat Jaspers when you were younger, along with a poem about him. Your mother bought this sensuous $15,000 frame for it and had it welded to the door. Using the colorful magnet letters, you recently left a succinct message, which may or may not have been directed toward anyone in particular, but you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of your thoughtful gesture, you left her a sincere thank you note, which you would legally notarize and then mark with a drop of blood. But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow. This is incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother or getting your computer back online to escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you are absolutely positive no one's watching. W more than L, W more than V. But the unsightly void in the W pack won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also make a vow to return later and neatly sew the plastic shut. You're now wondering how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a fresh doily under the pillow will do the trick, or maybe spilling a bit of Worcestershire sauce on it and then having it dry cleaned and returned along with a lubrous and gradiating apology note. No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe, just thinking out loud right here, you could use the entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. We've already done something with that W pack, and there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal. You decide to take the velvet pillow and longingly embroider a poem in praise of motherhood on it. Hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. VE more than L, VE less than VI, VE more than U. You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That mop bucket doesn't even have any water in it. What an absolute mad woman.